Sheikh Hamdan and his wife Fatah, how the heir to the throne of Arab Emirates lives. Sheikh Hamdan ibn Muhammad Al Maktoum. Hamdan bin Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum is a 35-year-old heir to the throne of Emirates of Dubai. Sheikh Hamdan is a true Oriental prince. He's fabulously handsome, has a huge fortune, and is fond of things typical of royalty such as falconry, horse riding, and Formula One racing. His fortune is estimated at over $18 billion US. Let's tell you about the life of a young billionaire. Number one, the Arab Sheikh Hamdan from birth has been living in the incredible luxury. He was born into the family of Vice President, Prime Minister of the UAE, and the ruler of the Emirates of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He also has 6 brothers and 9 sisters. In the United Arab Emirates, Hamdan is a very popular person because of his versatile image and seemingly proximity to the people. Number 2, in fact, Hamdan spent most of his life not in his native Emirates but in Great Britain, where he received a brilliant education. First, he studied at the elite military school of the ground forces in Sandhurst, which is often chosen by the English aristocrats for their favored children. Then the Sheikh moved to London, where he studied economics. After several years spent in foggy Albion, Hamdan still had to return to his homeland. There was already waiting affairs of national importance. Number 4, in ordinary life, Sheikh Hamdan looks a little different. He loves baseball caps with the symbols of Formula One, sports t-shirts and shorts. To some extent, the prince is far from politics. He's quite romantic in nature. He loves traveling, falconry and horseback riding. Number 5, the prince is an excellent rider. He's interested in horse riding very seriously. He has his own stable and once won the Arab Olympic Games thanks to his skill in riding a saddle. Number 6, the Sheikh of the United Arab Emirates is not all like the British Princess Harry or William. Although he lived in England for several years, very little is known about the personal life of Hamdan, unlike his famous colleagues, and what is known is only rumor and conjecture. One thing for sure, the image makers of the royal court are constantly working to ensure that the image of the Sheikh is impeccable. Number 7, judge for yourself. Sheikh Hamdan is constantly photographed with children, his many nephews and nieces, and at the same time looks completely charming and kind uncle. At the same time, the Sheikh doesn't let anyone forget that he lives in luxury. On the network, you can find a lot of pictures of Hamdan with tiger cubs. He can afford to have a domestic tiger instead of a modest cat, falcons, Arabian horses, luxury cars, and interiors, magnificent palaces. In short, the Sheikh is constantly in the holler of power and wealth.